one of the areas in the game.
Mm.
I'm gonna stop watching. I stopped watching. You can turn it off if you want. If it's slowing you
Okay.
down or anything.
I wonder if I can like lower the bit rate or something. Oh, I can, but interesting. Does it like show not just you though? Or is it only the people that are in current server that?
I think anybody who's in the server can choose to join in.
Oh,
Like they can just.
but
be
only
like,
in the server.
Yeah, I think they might have to be in a chat with you. I think, like they have to be in voice too or something. If you want, I can try to leave voice and try to.
No,
Okay.
because it's I see it. Oh, I see it like in other servers, like showing for me. But try, yeah, leave voice and try and jump in from somewhere else.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, so joining voice, like watch me watching, adds me to the channel.
Oh, okay.
But
I wonder though.
it
Let me
doesn't.
see.
Like it doesn't like you can't. It doesn't give you any notification. You can just join on to people, right? I feel like it should ask you, like, hey, this guy's trying to watch your thing.
Yeah.
But I guess if you wanted privacy, you'd go into a private channel.
And then yeah, they couldn't join the channel.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Ready anytime. Ready anytime.
Yeah, ridiculous. These things move? They can move.
I stand ready. I stand ready.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
I got this. I got this.
Stay focused. Stay focused. Let us away. Let us away.
Ready and willing. Ready and willing.
Oh wow.
Who me? Who me? Who me?
I owe you one. I owe you one. not satisfied.
I'm still not
Jeez.
satisfied.
Fuck.
It's your call. It's your call.
Thank you. Appreciated. This is what a real man looks like. Sorry.
Ready and willing.
Ready and willing. Too easy.
No, we're on it.
Careful.
Careful, please.
Why, thank you. Why, thank you.
Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks.
Thanks. Such power dwells within? I don't have...
stand ready.
I stand ready.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Ready and willing.
Ready and willing.
Who, me? Who, me? Let us away. Let us away. Tap. Stay focused. Stay focused. Who, me?
I'm on it.
I'm on it.
Ready anytime.
Ready anytime.
Not a... Let's try.
I think I've gotten stronger.
You got muted.
What's up?
Oh no, it did a noise when you muted your mic. I didn't recognize it.
Oh no. I just stopped the stream thing.
Oh, is that what that noise was? Okay.
Yeah.
Is this?
I've never asked Marlon which house he picked.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up because I'm trying to get Pete to see if he can join it.
I think I get it now.
Such power dwells within. There's
Good to go.
Good to go.
I think I've gotten
I
stronger.
think I've gotten stronger.
Yeah, they need to like update the amount or how much you can mess with it.
Oh, the bitrate?
Yeah. You just need more control over the options in general. So invite people individually without them being in the server though. That's the next question, because I have an invite. Okay. So that acts as a server invite. That's stupid. That's kind of interesting though. No, so
The
you
more you
can't
know.
watch. Can't watch unless the person is in the server. But when you click to add people to watch, it doesn't say that it's adding people to a server. So it's funny.
Yeah, it's probably
But
like
yeah.
it's just implied.
Yeah, guess so.
How you doing, Peter?
How you doing?
Not bad, just existing.
Thing is good. Well, we got this, of course.
Are you not lagging on me?
What's that?
I'm lagging heavy. Are you lagging at all?
No, it's pretty good for the person streaming.
Quality's like really low. When I look
Yeah, that's nothing I can do with that either.
stay focused.
Oh, that guy
Stay
did.
focused.
I'm on it.
And keeping dragon power up here, like sub 7. Just gonna buff it here. I'll only get 5. Oh, well, rip. Just gonna go to a corner.
Ready anytime.
Ready anytime.
Knew you could do it.
Knew you could do it.
Who, me? Don't.
Oh, that cleaves too, apparently. Okay, there it goes. Alright, there it goes.
Let us away. Let us away.
Man, ignorance. Get a strength. Oh my goodness. Man's magic is higher than his strength.
I'm getting better.
He's a bowman.
I got this.
I got this.
Ready and willing.
Ready and willing.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
I stand ready.
I stand ready.
Who, me? Who, me?
That's funny. Oh, I jumped right into the middle of everything. Yep.
It's playing.
Mhm.
I'm playing Fire Emblem. I think I heard what you guys playing.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, the new one. Good game for sure. Good game.
Well, I jumped
I remember
again.
Breezy talking about it or something.
Sounds like really good.
Let's tank it. Tank it. How do you get Eye of the Dragon without having jump thing?
Anytime?
How do you get Eye of the Dragon without having the jump thing?
The jump?
Jump thing, yeah. Whatever it's called, Mirage Dive.
Oh, Mirage Dive? What do you
Yeah.
need Mirage Dive for it?
I remember I was reading that guide or whatever, and they were saying something like it'll take you forever to get it, but I guess it was just conjecture. As in forever, as in never get it.
Watch.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain you can't get it with the Mirage Dive. Unless they change the job.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yo, yesterday, that. Have you gone into 2
Yep.
yet? Huh?
Yep.
You beaten it?
No, but I've pretty much seen the entire thing.
We're pretty much at the end too, right?
Yeah.
Ah. that was something else.
I don't think that's that hard to be honest. Pretty. I think it's pretty easy comparatively, and they both feel like training dummies. It's literally just dodging shit and reacting. You could probably do it without.
The
Like-
reason it seemed hard for me, I guess, is because I had to shot follow everything. Because people are spaghetti.
Hmm.
Because that was rough. My brain like turned to mush after all that shit. But yeah, after he just spams Quietus and that's the end, right?
Seems like it, yeah.
That's as far as he got.
For the most part, yeah. Seems like a soft and range. Just a matter of like not getting
Lawrence.
thing
Hello, Cyril.
damage down by the ads. Probably the entire reason why they come out like that.
It's a letter.
Since they come out based off of his moves, the AoE moves or whatever.
Alright.
It's like when he does the
Curious.
pizza slice
Let's see what we
stuff,
have.
they come out from the side. It's like,
This is
There's
exactly
always-
same as normal.
yeah, but he never did the pizza slices in normal, did he?
The only thing he didn't do was the piece slice. He did the other two patterns though.
Yeah.
A young lord whose domain borders my father's. Do you know
Did you want to do anything else or no?
It is an old bridge across the Aramid River. A key crossing
I mean,
between Alliance and
if we
Empire
did,
territory.
if we did main scenario, that'd pretty much make me 80.
Such an essential location gives him quite a bit of clout.
If we
79.
did,
So eager to deploy
I'm
to
a
the
78 and like
trouble.
80%,
This time he is dredging up
so
old borders
that'll
that was
give me
supposed to
like
settle
a full
some time
level,
ago.
and then
He has even
that'll
begun to
just be
dispatch military
like
force.
a fade or
Especially
two.
rout his troops before they cause
What if
any
we did
damage to the
77
surrounding
touch?
villages.
I mean, it'd give me a level in a bit, but then
To my
yeah,
father,
it wouldn't really
Acheron is
put me
insignificant in
out
the
of place
face
that
far
I'd be.
more pressing political matters. Other
think.
houses
We can do
wield
main-
far greater
mainstream.
power and influence.
Cause
Otto,
50, 60,
Cordelia,
70 gives the same
Edmund,
XP,
and
right?
of course Regan.
It's
To make
like
his
60,
voice
70
heard
ish
so
shit.
that well, there is at the moment. So
Why do
of
they
course,
say they give the same XP then?
Since you
Why?
I have no fear. The fate
Huh?
What?
Same EXP as well.
As like leveling trials.
Remotely close. It's like same experience as normal rate.
What? Huh? I'm very confused. Cause that isn't that symbol EXP? Like the 195,000 thing or whatever.
That's just for adventure and the
Oh, okay.
just shows experience up thing. But like the actual amount it gives you is pretty shit. Or I'll give you lead. You do whatever you want. I'll just be running around in the old one. Where are you at in the story now, Harry?
I'm still pretty early on. I think. Because there's still, like, there's a time skip part from when the children are in, like, high school to when
He
they
just
become
freed out
adults.
Amigo.
Oh, you're talking about Final Fantasy? Oh. I'm talking about Fire Emblem.
I was trying to think of what children you were talking about.
Yeah, see.
Sorry, I was playing Fire Emblem right at this moment, so. But yeah, I'm doing a level 70 quest, so but I'm still in Stormblood.
You're watching the story or not?
Nah.
Sounds like a no.
Nah. I tried. I watched the fight parts of the story. It just, you know, sometimes when they're just talking to each other for a long time, I just can't.
Yeah, I get that. I'd say whatever, skip all that shit if you want, but I highly recommend reading.
If this is Castrum, I'm gonna just leave.
Yeah. I try to watch the interesting parts.
That is
So ready your leave button.
We need not actually kill him, so long as we cut his escape off
If we
the
see
easily
airship,
enough,
we're good.
Yeah. Someone said cheat, so maybe someone has that program that shows you when you get Praetorum.
They can only
We're good.
Yeah.
we may
Mine isn't loaded yet.
Yeah, I got the cutscene.
Ready and willing.
Ready and willing.
I'm on it.
I'm on it. I'm really getting that.
Been pretty lucky with this lately. I haven't seen the other one since that one time we ran it.
Yes.
Huh?
That was
No, I meant like, yeah, but I meant like the time we actually ran it with like people.
I got this.
Oh yeah, because I changed characters after.
No. I'm talking. So the
Yeah,
last
I'm talking
yesterday
about
was.
yesterday I changed characters after we dodged once.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I haven't seen it. Like the last time I actually saw it without having to go through it is like when we did it as a group intentionally.
Stay focused.
Every time I've queued in, it's just been Praetorum, aside from yesterday.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way now.
Looks like so. Legitimate level 50. They're doing the same as me? Eh? Oh no, never mind. So there's like no essential fights in this, right? It's like literally you just run to the cutscene.
There's
And
still
that's-
like some shit mobs here and there.
Do the people that do this dungeon normally, or get queued into this dungeon normally, get the same EXP we do?
Wait,
For first, like,
no they don't.
yeah, that's what I thought. Cause it's like a roulette, quote unquote, EXP bonus, right?
I think if it's your first time doing it, it's better off just doing something in your line. I think you can get it if you haven't played.
I mean, you have to do this, right? It's part of the story.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you can use leveling your luck to do it. You get the experience. Or sorry,
Oh.
not leveling, the experience.
Oh, isn't that a bit RN? Wait, you can get this in a leveling roulette?
No, I meant Painter.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty big risk still, though, right? Damn.
Be stuck on the other one forever.
Hmm?
You'd
Oh.
be stuck on the other one forever.
Yeah. Oh, I assume that guy is doing the grabbing everything and whatever. Why does it look like you guys are trying?
We have to kill shit.
No.
Well done.
Interaction.
I'm a bit uneasy.
I think I'm gonna have to like put some more shit on my bar after I hit 80 because I don't have that many more skills. It's all transformative. See? I have like 3 bars available.
I still have sprint on my monk bar I need to take up.
What would I put? Oh, I need Star Diver. And then that's it that I get.
Ooh, have you found something nice?
Have you found some?
Thieves, do not allow them to.
Maybe I'll put the AoE jump there.
Thank you.
Ooh, advanced seal. Ooh.
Gotta keep improving.
Lucky me. Oh my god, yeah. I got lucky.
Knew you could do it.
Come on.
Ready anytime.
The enemy is on the move.
What level you know anyways on Monk?
77.
How close to 78?
Hey, look at you.
Like, dinged off the. Oh yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That went pretty quickly.
Progress.
Yeah, it's like.
Amazing.
You gonna use it over Sam?
I don't know. I don't want to get gold. Yo, freaking. Yesterday I went, like, silent because. Talk of that shit pissed me off.
Huh?
Talk of, one was annoying me. That's why I wasn't talking. That shit has me fucking legal.
I mean, I guess.
Guess I've gotten better.
It's like, I don't know.
No, I'm getting blamed for.
They're not. I don't
people's
think.
time
I don't think anyone's blaming you. I just think that they want a different way of things to go, so that they can get around things too. I just think that like avoiding having a conversation about it as a group is kind of counterproductive of being a group.
I mean, when ideas I'm shooting down are getting, or
I'm getting the hang
when ideas I'm throwing out are getting shot down. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're having the conversation though, right?
Yeah, but nothing happens without, or shit doesn't get tried out, it just gets denied without being tried out. I don't care anymore though. So it's whatever. I don't care about like trying to get that shit to happen.
Hmm.
I'm just hoping they remember to do this shit in 2. So I don't have to call out anything. How much were you hitting in that fight?
Mm. It wasn't really kind of like, it was pretty hard to pay attention to considering like there's like no ability to communicate with anyone, so I had to like either force them out of spots or like, yeah. And then there was just, you know, the Mr. Happy people.
Oh, so it wasn't flying or anything?
Oh, I tried. Surely I tried.
Wait, when
I
did
went
you
in
even go in?
the morning before you guys went in. I like tried to go into a party that said blind, and then a guy came in and he was just like, "You need to do this and this and this and this, and this is for later, and you need to do this for this later." And it's like, I've literally seen zero mechanics, my dude. I haven't watched a video. He's like, "You should probably watch a video before you come into this." It's like, okay, said blind. Why are you here? Like, and he got fucking pissy about it. Like mad pissy about it. It's like people saw things like once or twice and then, you know, they die, and he's just like, when you're like this you shouldn't do this. It's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Let the guy like figure that shit out. Like, we weren't even like wiping in bad ways, like just people trying to get used to the mechanics, you know, or like memorizing the name so that they know what to fucking avoid and how, and finding spots and stuff. But yeah, it's just people that have never done the fight but watched a Mr. Happy video or watched some sort of guide getting triggered over other people doing shit when the guy was fucking up himself too. So it's like kinda rough. I was like trying to find places to get uptime because that fight is very unfun when it comes to uptime.
Uptime wasn't an issue until Flare. If I got Flare marker.
Ready anytime.
Yeah, it's for me it was like a matter of keeping uptime while also like avoiding getting damage down, because it's like
Yeah.
people, well yeah, but like I said, you guys split evenly from what I was watching. Talked about it, like people half the time it's like I got forced to go north for my cardinal, and then the tank was north, so then the tank would have to move from the front after, like when Slicer went out, or not Slicer, but
Who? Me?
The stat?
when the pizza slices went out. Yeah. And I'm just like, well, like, and then people are all like, oh, we should move this there and blah blah blah, and then I get forced into a spot that's out of melee range, and it's like, it's a lot of shit like that comes to just, yeah.
I stand ready.
Do you have anyone to run?
Nope. So, that's really all the reason that I just do it with things. It's like I realize it's like whatever. Not super frustrated about it, but it's like that comes with the territory of plugging, I suppose.
I don't have.
But the other day during one, I got a massive headache just 'cause
I'm impressed.
I like not just being forced to do baiting during the meteor phase, but also being forced to like be the person that adapts over everyone is kind of like, yeah.
I got this.
I was like, oh, what was it? I think my cardinal position changed like 7 times in the same group.
I'm on it.
Like, I don't know. Pug groups are just a pain in the ass. People say shit, they just like can't. I think the best example is in 2, right? So you know the mechanic where 2 people get prey, and then you stack marker and then the eye, right? The first one.
Mhm.
So perfect example, the guy who came in spouting Mr. Happy nonsense, right? The entire party, because of the way the mob was dancing around, adjusted and held the stack on the north side. Literally everyone was adjusted for it. And then the guy with the eye, who was the Mr. Happy guy, was on the south side. And he's like, you all should come south. And it's like, but we're all right here. Why don't you just come to the side and put it, it's the mirror image, just put it right on the back. And do the exact same thing, just on the other side. It's like, this is the proper spot to do it. It's like, but this works if you just move. Every single person reacted and did this thing exactly like this, and he's like, if you're not gonna do it properly, I may as well just leave. It's like, what is proper to you? You've never done the fucking fight.
That's why I think like people who rely on fights and shit are just fucking bad.
They're extremely bad, and they get fucking cocky about it. It drives me insane.
Wait, I lose. Give up. I surrender.
It's like half of them, so like, same with the one, the guides with one. I don't know what it is, but everyone who comes in doesn't know that those AoE ground things are based off of proximity. So everyone comes in and they're like, why aren't people in their spots doing this and that? And it's like, you know, you can just go bait your shit, like, fuck out of the middle. I don't know. It's whatever.
Your assistance in this incident with Acheron has proved most
I don't know.
essential.
That's like, I don't know. That's why it's like I watch you guys and I'm just like, I just, it sucks. Yeah, there's small things that suck, and like giving away to 7 other people
Indeed.
has
I do
things that are
believe him eventually,
annoying in its
however.
own right too. But at least you have 7 other people
No,
that are
it's not for 7 other people. What do you mean?
okay. So hold on, relax.
This,
I mean,
no,
like,
this is why I didn't want to go to this topic. So I'm gonna get fucking heated.
Have a look at
okay,
this.
but I'm
The
not.
magic staff Thyrsus,
Uh,
a relic passed down through
I'm not like
It
blaming
seems
you
my
for
father
anything
has
though. That's
finally
I don't
recognized
understand why you're getting heated.
apparently he had been
Because
considering
the
entrusting
way
this
you
relic.
phrase
He has
it
had doubt. I will
really
Okay.
puts does it not?
The way I phrase it puts onus on you.
Yes,
In what way?
because you said 7 other
go so
people.
far as that. While that
Okay.
Now, for
But
the
it's,
time being, may I
who else would I be talking about the perspective from though?
To be quiet, do me this favor, Professor, and
If
I
I'm talking to you directly, whose other perspective would I be talking?
You're saying it automatically inhibit, or sorry, it ruins 7 other people's positionings, right? But
I
just,
mean, but that's a generic statement. It's not saying that you are indirectly ruining 7 other people's positioning. I'm just saying you, as a singular person, have the control to do that, but you are a group that can chat about that kind of thing. You have the control to be able to say, hey, like, let's do a couple things.
okay, then I took it a different way.
Yeah, I'm just like, I think the whole thing with your guys is in the gravity thing. It's like I get it. You want him to pull it up so that you can
No,
walk.
okay. Okay, what? When I was doing the fight and shit, I
Mhm.
thought she was just joking, and then I looked and glanced over. And I'm like, okay, she has a perfect amount of room. And it's like, why did she die? And then I watched the VOD, and it's like, she had a lot of room, and she decided not. And then blames me instantly after.
Alright, let me see the VOD.
Right? One from 2 days ago.
Mhm.
And she's blaming that on, like, parsing Gray when she died earlier in the fight, too. Of her own violation.
Nope. Not as hard.
It's like, 2 hours, 37 minutes.
Can you link it? Can you link it, sorry?
Yeah,
actually,
what's up, Roshan? It's only real early for you because you're in Vegas.
let's see.
It's
Oh, is that Evo?
James and Pete.
Yo, what up?
I'm talking about Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, is that Eva?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah,
That's pretty
he's
cool.
on Evo.
Are we metal boys again?
Metal Boys?
He handed out the metal set like the last Capcom
Oh, yeah,
Pro
I
Tour thing.
remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's that on TeamSpeak? I'm not on TeamSpeak. Whoever's on, I'm not on TeamSpeak. So if you actually logged in on TeamSpeak and you see somebody on TeamSpeak, I don't know who that is. It's hot as hell.
Connected. Disconnected.
Did you click it?
Yeah.
Is it 9 a.m.? Oof.
So I can see what you're saying, but I can also see
3
what
steps to the right.
Huh?
3 steps to the right. She has to.
3 steps to the right?
Yeah, to dodge the thing. She got hit by the ice. The circle part.
But the lightning was there too.
Lightning did not hit it.
Right, but if she's moved 3 steps to the right, she would have... Hold on.
What are you talking? It's a
So-
square area.
Right, so the fire circle hitbox is here. The lightning is at the edge of the fire that blows up on her, on the bottom here, where her, like on her hotbar, the hitbox of the fire is like where the red, her first
I don't
red...
know why.
Huh?
I don't know how you're not seeing like the perspective of literally just walking 4 or 5 steps away. And like, okay, even if you look at placements, she does the exact same thing with the southwest. The only reason it's offset is because Callie on the west put his against the west. Right?
Right.
And that adds more room, but the room isn't even necessary. Whereas my side has mirrored just drop you in the middle of like that edge, right?
What? Okay.
So, I think.
Alright, that's
Okay.
enough praying.
Hey, Roshan.
So, you're not gonna like this.
No,
You're
I'm
not
not,
gonna let-
because you're
But-
literally not even looking at.
Okay, so let me say it, and then you can pop off, right?
Sure, man.
Like, you already hate me for even not saying you're gonna not being like. Okay.
What's the
What?
question?
Oh, that was him. Okay.
That was rough.
Yeah. So like, I think that first off, you're on the defensive way too quickly. Because like I said, I'm not saying you're 100% wrong. Okay. All I'm saying is that.
I'm just saying I have zero fault in this whatsoever.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh like that.
No, you can. It's whatever.
They're like,
I'm
it's
just
not
salty.
my problem.
It's not my problem. Literally, is not my problem. In any sense of the matter.
Jokes.
But go on with what you were gonna say. Please.
I just like.
It's hard to
I
have
just,
a
like-
conversation after that.
I'm just trying to have a conversation, man. And you're
Okay,
like you.
sure.
Okay, but like you realize that we're friends, right?
Yes, yes. I
Okay.
understand. Which
Okay.
is why it's like I don't know why you're not seeing it from my perspective.
Because I'm trying to be objective and make sense of this. Like what?
Okay, shit.
Okay, so yes, she did not move anywhere near fast enough to dodge that, regardless of what was going on. But number one, as a black mage, you already know that like. Which corner were you going to for your delta coordinate?
Northeast.
Out of curiosity. So my first question would be, why wouldn't you drop it in the north?
Because I have to do directionals.
You have true north. When did you use it otherwise?
I use True North a lot in that. Because the boss constantly spinning
Hmm.
at certain points.
Okay. So we're gonna assume your true north is down at this point. So
Sure.
number two. So like you're saying, huh?
I just
Professor,
okay, whatever. I want to relay an important bit of information.
Okay.
She's standing there with
Yeah.
triple cast currently on,
Yeah.
and she has insta
Hey,
cast
Roshan.
problem.
All right.
Still don't
So
hear you,
she
man.
has basically unlimited movement in that amount of time, which is about 10 seconds of unlimited
Hey,
movement.
Professor.
I
Yeah.
get what you're saying from the black mage perspective, where you don't really want to move.
So-
but when you have
So it's
triple
two.
cast,
So it's two things, right? So in seeing it go off, yes, you can see that
Sorry.
with the hitboxes out, that she has plenty of space, blah blah blah, whatever, right? But like, based off of the way I judge the amount of space that I have, so say I'm going at it in a pug, and the amount of space that I judge that I have in that situation is based off of, you see those like little arrow decorations on the ground or whatever?
Yep.
So,
it's 4
anything-
squares.
huh?
The lightning is 4 squares in width.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just saying,
Hey,
based
Roshan.
off of the directions that these things are. So it's like from the very edge of this part that's flat in the middle, going straight down on both sides. Like, I would be wanting to stand like at the arrow that is heading towards the intercardinal from the design of the thing, right? So you dropped your thing in like 70% of the space, whereas yes, she could have moved and avoided the death by walking around the puddle and then trying to fit nice and tight with the Turnus in the like absolute corner, like with him pushed up against the wall. Or you could have just like not dropped it there.
The reason it got dropped there in the first place is because I just finished an attack and backflipped out. Well, not backflip, backdash, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I have zero ability to move after that because of the animation lock. You know.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
yeah, I get that.
Um, with the space thing you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
look at the other side.
The other side of their side?
Look at the top right of that screenshot I have. I posted it. It's the exact same. It's 1-to-1 identical.
Who's in the other corner, out of curiosity?
Callie and Sai.
Who opts to go in the front versus the rear in that case?
I'm honestly not sure because I don't look at that corner.
So, is that Callie's the one who dropped that?
No, Glit dropped it there.
Hmm.
Callie drops his on the west.
Okay. Yeah,
Where
that's fair.
you see Mers is exactly where you see Callie's. Callie's close to the wall.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could see that being fair. That being a fair point.
So I don't see why this becomes my fault. So she has free movement with triple cast and her instas. She has the same amount of space as the other corner does, which again it would suck if she had to hard cast, but she has instas, right? So, I don't know what else there is. Like, sure, I could have done it straight south,
Hmm.
but I don't look behind me, and I didn't want to potentially hit her because I know she's in that area when she's dropped.
Hello, Marianne. Won't you at least tell me why you're avoiding?
I'm not avoiding you. I'm just not very...
I told you I'm on your side. I'm guessing you don't much like talking about Crest.
Well,
I'm the same way. The value of my
To me,
life has
it
always
feels
been
like
growing
she
up-
intentionally died because she wanted a wife because she had died earlier and didn't want that on.
Is this? Oh. I see where you're coming from. Let me say that. But as far as the amount of space is concerned, I don't know if this is. What was the time again that you had it?
37:15 maybe.
7.
I'm getting all these cutscenes right.
Yeah. It's good. Okay. Actually, can't damage it for a while, anyways. So I'm gonna take a screenshot here.
Yeah, finish the month and then I'll be done.
One screenshot I think you should take is the moment Delta attack goes off, just to see like where the ice is and where the.
No, I paused it there. I saw it.
Okay, you saw like how little she had to move, right?
I mean, that was my point in saying that, like, in seeing the hitboxes being out, it's very obvious that she has the space to move, but that's under the pretense that she, like, spaced it in her mind that way.
She's a good player, so
I mean,
I
I feel
would
like I'm
put
a good
faith in
player
her.
and I wouldn't space it like that. Unless you're trying to...
No, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just thinking I guess
Like,
maybe
lavish
people think hitboxes
Cause like I don't know. I base things off of different things, right? And like my whole like for me, if is me in that corner, I would have died. Cause obviously because of one being a melee, and two, like I based my perception of space on the markings on the ground, which was completely covered.
what was the other thing?
Okay, hold on. We got time now. So this is the screenshot I wanted to take or not take a, but show you. So like, it's the difference to me between the right and the left side here is that to get back to the boss, there's like a massive thread the needle that has to happen here. And granted that the orb or the puddles don't really do that much damage. They just do like percentage damage and give you heavy, which you can get over instead of taking anything else or whatever. But like,
I don't think hitting them is like an option there.
right. So like the threading the needle based on where it was dropped, like yeah, they have plenty of space getting there and in the back and whatnot. So but you're proposing that she drops hers there and then moves like Aturnus was already in the bottom left corner, so she would have to move right, then around back to the right side where he was not
Wait,
standing.
what do you mean? In that screenshot, right where she's standing is safe.
Well, yeah, I get that. I'm saying when she died for that, it was like she was up to the northwest part of this whatever puddle or whatever.
Yeah.
After she dropped hers. So she dropped hers and then started casting stuff. I don't know if she put her triple cast up right at that point, and yes, it is her fault for not. It is also her fault for not moving preemptively during the cast bar instead of kind of anticipating that it wouldn't be in the way, and moving last minute expecting to be able to edge over before everything went off. But it's like, I don't know.
That's where, if you think about the motives, it becomes a different story. Because she's pretty adept at black.
Ready and willing.
She should know, or at least I'd hope she'd know, that
I think
you abuse any bit of movement you can get.
right.
Especially under triple cast.
So this is
Especially with a pro.
this is what I want to think about though, right? It's like
Yours
as a black. So like, would you moving forward, would you continue placing it there,
Yes.
knowing that you have a black mage that also wants to move as minimally as possible to get as much DPS as possible?
Where else can I go at?
I'd still say you'd probably be better off going north.
But I sacrifice far more, don't I? If she has triple cast during this with free movement,
What?
don't I? Huh?
Hold on. I need to. How much potency do you gain on hitting your positional?
Nothing. You gain Kenki.
So, for the sake of gaining,
Like I don't know why the only option is to lose something.
well, I
rather
mean,
than
but it's the
a
same
slight
thing on both
adjustment.
sides, right?
There is no loss though. Like I said, she has triple cast. There's literally no loss.
Is triple cast to make your shit instant?
Yes, literally makes it instant. You can run while casting. That's what it is. It's
but-
it's chain spell on steroids. It's not just
I don't
like
know.
hasten casting. It's literally like a job ability at that.
I don't know. I just would play it differently, I think.
But for what though? There's
For the sake of like, it doesn't make to me. It just doesn't make sense to place something in somebody's path, regardless
so
of
then
whether,
why
irregardless of them like having an option to get around it, that they can whatever. Like you don't even know if they potentially, because she died, right? So would her triple cast necessarily be up at that same moment at the fight?
likely yes, because you'd save triple cast specifically for moments when you have to. It makes a lot more sense when you understand like the full nuances of Black Mage, and playing it to the best of its ability.
Mm. What's your position for orbs? East?
East.
And who's
Just
north?
as a thing,
Yeah.
Myr is west.
Yeah.
And notice that mine is equivalent to Glitz,
Mhm.
but Myr's is the outlier here compared to Cali's.
Mhm.
So would that not be something that also attributed to the fact that she had no space? Or is that just not worth mentioning?
Mers. Wait, what? Why would Mers have anything to do with her space?
The gravity spot right next to the one I dropped.
The one in southeast. Is that Mers that dropped that there?
Yeah. She's sandwiched between mine and Myr's.
Sandwich between. So wait, hold on. Are you? Hold on. You said Mers west. Isn't yours?
He's west for orbs,
Yeah. Well, where is
but
he for
he's
his?
east for this for some reason.
Okay, I think that's way more of a problem.
Thank
I
you.
agree.
Fucking
Yes.
thank you. Dude.
I agree with
Not-
that. That's way more of a problem because I didn't know who dropped that there. That was the main
Holy
problem.
shit.
I've learned.
No, that's 100% way more of a problem.
I will.
Because if you're west, why wouldn't you just stay west side? Like you can hit a
I
positional.
don't know.
Okay. No, I fully agree on that one.
That's why I'm forced to go in that southeastern position because he's cutting off my east, and then
Okay.
she's southwest. And I don't want to hit her. I'm not
Yeah.
going north because I have to deal with Calverin's bullshit, on top of the fact of losing positional. That's why it seems like so insane to me that I'm the one it followed, considering all of these factors.
Mm.
Hey,
Professor.
So who is west then? Who dropped that west?
Callie,
So then who dropped southwest?
Glit. The one that
Huh.
mirrors mine is Glit.
Huh.
So she wants to get away with putting hers there, yet I'm not allowed to put mine in the mirror slot.
I think that.
You're starting to see my perspective, and
No,
that's
no. I'm seeing something else. Like I think you can. I mean, look at the space between it and the screenshot I took. Right? You can probably put it closer and still give them room. Still.
the issue is that I have to do a blind backwards jump
thank you very
Mm.
and potentially hit her.
Let's give it a try.
Sorry you're stuck with me. That wasn't.
What if? So hear me out on this one. Cause hold on, let me look at this. When did they disappear?
At the same time as Delta ends.
Okay. So what if you just placed yours on the boss then? Cause it literally detriments nobody. And no one can complain because yours is completely out of the way at that point. She can
That would
literally-
drum up so many complaints, I'll tell you that right now.
for what though?
Because there's a decent amount of time between the gravity dropping and Delta going. So people would want to be in melee range. Just two tanks.
But all of the melees are
and
on the northeast side.
Huh?
So hold on. Aren't all so you're gonna be the one that's south, right? So you're gonna be already dropping it on its like bottom right flank. you already have full control and like awareness of where you're dropping it and which way you can move, right? The only other person that would it be Mur?
PB.
Would be the Why would it affect PB?
Because
He's already in the
the,
back,
the thing is that healers don't want to move any.
but
like
but he's already in the back.
no, he isn't. He's not in the back until. Just let me check the bot. I don't know when he goes.
Okay, so yours went down, but if Callie is going that far, okay, he's right there in the middle still. Yeah. He's in the middle still throwing out AoE.
I absolutely can't do anything that would affect healers or tanks in any way, because that would be like the biggest crime against humanity.
Where is Sai during?
Instantly
She's right here.
becomes me getting blamed.
What direction does Sai go?
Sai is
North? Northwest?
no southwest.
For Delta? Oh. Okay. So looking at this, I'm just gonna die. Hold on.
Huh?
So looking at this one, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be allowed to drop it right on top of the boss.
Because they would complain to not.
This is the perspective I see, right? So if you moved yours up, you moved yours up, it's not in anyone's Delta quadrant, and he can literally just back. Like it's the same path. He's gonna
no. I understand. I would do that in a heartbeat. Don't you worry. I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But it's not as simple as doing that, because everybody throws complaints, not just one person at that point.
Hey, grass.
Did he hit 80?
Yeah. No, not
Yeah.
80. 79. What? I didn't get anything for that. Do you get penalized for? Hold on. What?
I got 16 mil. Oh, 79? What do you mean?
So I'm 79, but usually that gives me like a full. Well, that gave me 24 mil, right? And I was like,
That's 3/4 of your level at 78.
right. I'm only 8 mil into 79.
24 mil. Dude, I need 32 million to level and you have 24.
Yeah.
Wait, where are you in story? Don't you have a lot to do?
Yeah, I have a lot to do. It's not that big a deal. I'm like, since I didn't make it to.
You definitely didn't get nerfed though, because you got 8 mil experience more than me for being 1 level up on me.
Yeah, I didn't make it to 80, so I'm slowing down. Before the patch came out, so kind of sucks, but whatever. I just hopefully don't miss this normal raid here. But
Oh, I have to do normal raid this week.
yeah. But yeah, going back to this. So all in all, like, this is the thing I really like, as the outsider plugging with random people, and
Hold on, pause. Okay, no, fine, go for it.
I'm just saying, as the outsider watching this and watching the frustrations and like the lack of desire to like communicate and work things out as a group, like the guy who got made to melee and bait and be away from the boss for 20% of its like 20% of the fight. I don't understand the desire to remedy it. And like, pure example being yesterday, right? When I was watching you guys, and not only was it's not like, okay, I was just watching you guys. The whole Amur thing is like really just kind of funny to me, and like whatever at the same time, because like
What mer thing?
Callie was fucking torn. He was pissed
Yeah, so was I.
because Mur, it doesn't feel like he's very aware of what's going on when he's doing stuff.
It's
and it's
more like he doesn't care.
So like when people are giving him positions because they don't want him in their space, I don't know. Cause like the only one
Speak
that
your mind.
no, it definitely makes sense. Cause like people don't want him in the space, and then so my thing is like people coming up with remedies for the sense of like being annoyed is one thing, but like coming up with remedies as a group to make sure that everyone has the easiest time possible to do the most DPS possible should be the goal, right? It's
Yeah.
like not individual purses. So it's like this whole thing between like you and Glit, and I don't think it's I don't think it's a personal thing, mind you. FYI, I'm gonna put that in there.
Wait, what do you
Like,
mean personal?
I don't think like you. I think it's a disagreement and a huge disagreement, but I don't think that either of you should be, hopefully, taking it anywhere near personally.
I'm not.
Because okay, so
I don't think she would be on it.
no, I don't think so either. So like,
Okay, my perspective, like the whole thing
mhm.
is, I think she was intentionally trying to die so she could reset the run and get a better parse because she died earlier from an earlier mistake. That's my whole like. That's my thesis.
So the remedy is okay. Say you forget about this whole thing, right? This whole one particular situation, and you learn from it, right? And say, why doesn't like so Callie is bottom left, Mur is up in top left, right? Oh wait, no, where
What are
the
you
fuck is
talking
Mur's delta space?
His delta space is top left. So he has to be northwest, by the way.
Yeah.
But he drops gravity on the east.
So that's what I'm saying. So you guys need to instead of having this argument, then yeah, just like be like, hey, like Mur, you're west, stay west, like or
that this is a winning strat now, so it won't get changed.
I think that so
That's why I was trying to push so hard for them.
here's why. This is why I think you guys are disconnected. Okay, so you want change, Glit wants change. The blaming thing is whatever, right? Like at this point, it's a meme, whatever. It's a joke. So if you both want this change to happen, and you're like 20% of the group, why can't you make it happen? Like you don't need there's no reason for the both of you to argue against each other, right? Because you're both trying to keep uptime. Mur has all of the like room in the world to do his uptime. Why fight and not just like tell them
Mur has
like,
diplomatic immunity. You can't really say anything.
then he can die.
What do you mean?
I
That
would
solves even less. Because half of the run,
yeah.
half of like just raiding the
And I
group
can take
is
last
trying
game.
to keep Mur interested enough so that he can not fuck up mechanics and keep paying attention.
Great.
As soon as you intentionally kill him or something,
Yeah.
that threshold
But
drop a lot.
But that means he's paying attention at that point.
But any type of negativity,
I feel
not
like
negativity, but like no, okay. In this
Okay,
case, think of change as
I'll make that happen too.
I feel like 60% of this group would be happy to see it happen, and it would just boost morale.
I think it would literally just be me and Glit.
And Callie.
No,
Why would Callie not?
because he tends to side with Mur.
That
He
sounds
probably
exactly
doesn't
the opposite.
He probably doesn't want Mur on his side. This is okay. When I originally joined the group was during X Death.
Okay.
And one thing they told me about, the very first thing they told me about was, there was something where like you have to drop ground shit, like or no, it's like fire spread spots, right?
Yeah.
And so the way we were positioned was like, main tank north, or sorry, no, the tanks are doing some other shit at the moment. So it was Mur on one side, and the other 3 on the other side. Because getting anywhere near Myrrh would get him
Yeah.
and somebody else killed every single time.
But he's not your top DPS anymore, or at all.
That doesn't matter though. It's all about
I failed.
it's about keeping that interest gauge going.
Interesting.
That's like the dynamic you don't know about with Myrrh in our group. Nobody talks about it, but everybody knows it's there.
Hmm.
It's like the unwritten rule.
Hold on. I'm running the paint simulation right now. Hold that.
Don't even bother submitting it.
I'm not.
Because change at this point is going to be impossible.
We're human. You gotta keep trying.
If they won't even do the north movement thing,
Yeah.
then they won't do it.
Why is Glit south at the moment?
At what moment, sorry?
Like, why is Glit southeast?
That's her delta spot.
I mean, yeah, but why?
Sorry, I'm not following.
Hold on. Where's the? Okay. So would this make sense? Hold on. Let me think about this myself.
If you're saying she should, okay. The reason she's south is because it's the shortest distance from the.
From the what?
No, that wouldn't fly.
Why?
It's the shortest distance from the starting point. I agree with that. Black mages should never have to go north. They should always be as close to the starting point of the fight as they can. Because this goes back to the rule of not wanting them to move.
Close to starting, but So wait, I'm just trying to think about this fight. Hold on, let me like mentally think about this fight. Because at this point in the fight where you have to place your orbs in directions, because the first one doesn't matter. The first one like literally doesn't matter at all. The only thing
That's why I placed it in the exact same spot as last time, or the first time.
Yeah.
Suddenly there was an issue with it.
Well, I mean, so I think the second one matters. I think the most. The first one doesn't matter at all. Because the only reason it would matter is for the people that need to get in under the boss with the line of sight, like, movement. That would be it. And, like, for the second one, is there really, like, no way that she could position herself there by the time you get to the second delta? Because it's like, well, how does that make sense? Because you come out of ad phase, right? So she's
comes
on
out of ad phase,
yeah.
and she ethereal manipulates to get to the center, and then she uses triple cast to drop her orb and get to her spot.
Orb and get to her spot.
By orb, I mean gravity thing.
Okay, so what I'm proposing here, right? So what happens? The timeline is like you get out of ad phase. So you're saying she's south during all of ad phase because she doesn't have to move because she can hit the ads from the bottom line, right?
Yeah.
So she hits the ads, blah blah blah, whatever, and then like there's no reason that you guys need to move south after ad phase because it doesn't change anything. So you just sit in the middle, you drop after ad phase, then you have to do double tanks, right? So that forces her to go somewhere towards the center.
Hold on. Let me think what you're talking
Because after ad phase is double tank beam with vulnerability stacks. So you have to be in the middle at that point anyways. So there's no reason for her to move there. So then the next thing would be her partner. So if she was moved north, I guess for her orb, no, never mind.
Her partner is northeast.
Wait, what?
So, the way it works is when the tank beams come up, me, Glit, PB, and Koinu are stacked northeast.
Okay.
And she drops her ley lines. So she.
So she
asked
just
if-
stays there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just switch with her.
Okay.
doing that.
So then, even more reason why she should go north. She's already sitting there. You eat the double thing together. Okay, and then she has to. So if she drops her Layla, how long do they last long enough for her to?
30 seconds.
They last 30 seconds. So is it 30 seconds between her getting
There's
the
a
stack?
lot.
So the time between it is she gets hit with the stack. So you're saying before she hits with the stack, the 2 stack people, right? She drops her ley line. So 30 seconds between going to the boss. So she pulls herself to a person that's standing
Wait,
behind
wait,
the
wait.
boss.
I think you're having like.
So let me
scripting
no,
issues.
let me. I'm 100% right about this. I know what script, because it's like, hold on, let me type it out. So drop from add team beam double stack, as in like 2 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
And she's in northeast. And then the next thing is delta with the circle inside only being safe, right?
No.
That's 100% right.
Oh
After
yeah. But she has to be self.
Yeah, she has to be south of the boss.
Yeah.
Or like at least inside of the boss's hitbox with tanks, like far enough out to not get hit by thunder. So then after that is which orb is she baiting for meteor?
South.
I stand ready.
And who's baiting north?
Cali.
Ready anytime.
It works better for her to be south because she's already south for the delta attack. The inverted delta attack.
Let us away. Ha!
So after that delta attack, is it immediately dimension shift?
After the delta attack, it's not immediately, but there's a little bit of time between that into the shift into meteors. Meteors is the next big mechanic, yes.
Okay, so if she has no reason to move, she shouldn't have to move, which I 100% agree with.
Ready and willing.
Who me?
It depends on where you guys end up stacking, because like she would still have to move to go to bait her meteor or her beam anyways, if she was too close to the center.
Wait, what?
Because if you're tanking in the direct center of the arena, she would still have to move to bait her orb if she's the south orb.
Oh yeah. She probably uses instas to get to the south part of that orb.
Oh, dear.
But if you're in the middle, it's the same amount of distance if she were to go north and Callie goes south. And then south being his spot for delta anyway.
I don't. Changing this many elements is really, really not gonna fly.
That's kind of sad to me.
Yeah, but like it's a winning strategy. They're not gonna want to change anything.
Yeah, well, I guess that's where it differs to me. The words winning strategy versus optimization.
Yeah, I'm 100% for optimization. Honestly, you can tell. But, like,
Yeah.
that's why like some of these things are so odd to me that they don't happen. Like the pull north thing at the start is like we did that literal exact same strat 2 raids ago.
I mean, I guess the outlier would be, and the pull north strat would still be Myrrh being a problem. Because if he goes for a back positional there, you've both literally cut Glid off from getting to the boss in time.
No, the way it would work is we'd all just make like a smiley face type of shape on the southern half of the ball, and then it would get moved north enough that we'd all be out of the gravity if we just moved north. So we'd pretty much be lined up with like whoever's on the west and whoever's on the east, just a slightly up.
Curious. If you're doing the smiley, so I assume it looks something like this. Hold on, let me delete this. delete it. So go with Marina. So you're saying smiley face. So if you this is again you're a huge granting based on whether or not Mur is gonna move in for a position. So you make a smiley face with you two still in
I'm still not.
thing range, and then the boss. Okay, this is off.
The adaptation, if there's not enough room, is that Callie has very free movement, so he'd be able to move wherever.
But
he
I'd
wants.
assume that
Maybe
I'd assume that he would be one of the circles in the bottom comparatively, since Mur is gonna be up close to the boss anyway.
he can be literally like wherever the fuck he wants, but I think he drops this just straight west.
He drops his straight west.
Yes,
What the fuck?
because he
Oh,
has all that
I'm
space.
still
free to
hold on.
doesn't matter.
Hold on. My brain is still stuck on Mur being west when he's supposed to be west.
East way, so it's good.
I mean, like, my brain is logically saying that his orb is gonna drop west.
His is east.
Because
Mine is south.
when you talk about it, the logistics of my brain sees this. Because if it was me, habitually I'd just make it so that if it was me, I'd habitually be the left circle. I would say, why would I go anywhere else at the beginning of the fight? If
You're west side, like for every
anything
single
else,
mechanic,
yeah,
you'd want to stick to the west.
yeah.
That's why it's weird that he's on the east.
Because
And you can't do much about that.
so the entire reason that I said that thing to her, I'm not even sure she knows, to be honest. The entire reason I gave her that paint thing was because it seemed like the problem was that, like, so the way I was imagining it was that you wanted to be on the boss so that you could get the Higginbana into the next Gecko, right? And so my imagination was like, okay, there's a way to make that possible, because all you would have to do is drop it, and then shift while still in melee like range towards the south, right? Because your next combo would be Kasha anyways, right? So you could true north there or whatever, and then those orbs disappear by the time that the swipes go off. So like you would be fine. The healers could get through, because I'm pretty sure the swipes aren't conal. So they are?
They are not.
Yeah. So literally at that point, like after the beam goes off, the healers can literally just stand on top of the tanks.
So, in addition to
Thank you.
black mages not wanting to move,
Yeah.
healers wouldn't want to move because they're essentially
But there's nothing to heal.
no. It's for their nukes.
Oh.
They're obviously DPSing as well.
But
Like how this feels.
isn't there like aftercast delay where they can move while it's at full bar and it doesn't interrupt them?
The only job that has that freely is Astro, unless you know you're pinged like 100%. And
What?
then, like, just move toward
Hold
the
on,
end.
let me get on White Mage real quick. Hold on. This makes no sense to me because this is literally.
They gave Astro leeway because they need time to do stuff with the cards.
This is annoying me.
Hey, Professor. Are you working today?
This.
You gotta take a day something,
Finding out all the nuances in our group and why
right?
I understand like all these aspects and I'm able to make
Fine.
decisions
Pattern
based off
again.
that benefit basically everybody.
There are thieves in my family's territory. You remember that?
Do you see my frustration?
That's right. What's left of his band of thieves. My father, but he's.
I see your frustration in the sense that Mur needs to fucking be useful or get the fuck out. That's my thing.
Because he thinks
Yes,
he
but
blew his
like
face asking
that's
the church.
not
I don't
an
know.
option.
He
So
could've
I
asked
have
another
to
trusted
go
house. I
with
know where
other
my
options.
father is. Maybe he just wants me to get anyway. I'm not going alone, no matter what he asks. I'm going to
Okay.
ask some of the others, but none of us have your experience. Great.
But they can't Can you look at this for a second? Can you tell me if this is slower than like if you're standing still and casting?
Seems like it. Hold up. Let me. I'll just cast full time and you can compare.
Okay, we get it the same. Is yours faster still because it spells?
No,
Huh?
no, same thing.
What level are you?
My cast time is 2.45. What is yours?
2.42?
You're quicker than me. So okay, if I move at like 0.2 on my cast bar still, then I can do this.
Yeah.
That's what I mean with the ping thing. But like, that takes a lot of expertise. It's like it's a higher tier thing, I guess.
Hmm.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
But so okay. So let's go on the topic of like, isn't it the same amount of uptime though, considering they have to move at some point anyways?
So to move, they
Yeah.
would cast like an insta just like that and move. You generally don't want to be moving. Adding
So-
like any small actions, like doing this, I can't
Right.
do OGCD.
So okay, in the time, so okay, let's think about the timeline, right? The timeline is the grav. I'm gonna type it out. Yeah, gravity drops. So everyone, let's say like we're doing the one you're talking about, right? Everyone is in the center and possibly east and west constrict movement left and right. So they'd have to like
Is that the one?
like sift through a small gap going north, right? So there's no damage being output, so completely ignore heals. It's all DPS, right? So after
Just an aside, the gravity itself does damage, like 30k, which is about
well, yeah, but I mean,
3/8 of your health.
it's like one from what I've seen. It's like one heal. Even regens, there's nothing else going out against the party aside from tanks, damage-wise, that is going to kill anybody at that point anyways.
So Cure 3 has a minimal range, but it does give some leeway.
But you're all together because of Flare anyways. You're forced to be together because of Flare.
Thanks a bunch.
Flare.
Yeah, because
Oh, the inner.
you have to Flare after, yeah. So,
Actually, no, that could attribute to that problem. Cause now if the mob isn't moved quick enough. Oh, wait, so there's a very small window to move the mob. It's
no, I'm not talking about moving the mob. Hold on, I wanna go over something first. I wanna try something. So I'm gonna use markers as the attempt. Or are we in a party? Yeah, we are. Okay, I'm gonna use markers to show what I'm talking about. So let's do. We'll say one is the boss. So we'll do one is the boss. Oh, okay, that's sideways. How do I fix that? I like. Okay, can I do this? The controller's ass. Okay. We'll say one is the boss. Say you put your gravity here. Say someone else put their gravity here, right? And then we'll say, since they have leeway and space or whatever, because they're casters or whatever, or like caster and gun mage, both of these gravities are here. So everyone can get in because they have line of sight on being able to dash in, blah 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 kind of shit, right? So you guys are DPS in here, right? And so you're in, this is Flare. Flare goes off, so you get your heal off or whatever, right? And then now they want to start DPSing, right? So isn't the timeline the exact same if after the beams go off, because it's beams then swipe, right? Beams swipe, then whatever handoff prey thing, right? So they're DPSing here, beams go off, and they move here and then start DPSing without stopping from here. What's the problem with that? As the only two people that are taking damage are the tanks, right? But the same heal timer is exactly the same damage taken is exactly the same, and the movement to the point where they can spam nukes are exactly the same. They don't have to move from this spot because once they hand off, they get that thing that we were getting in Omega 3, where what was it called? What was I saying? You know the error thing or whatever, glitch or whatever? When we hand it off and then you got the you can't get glitch anymore? So like if they're standing on top of their tanks as it's going off and they're just nuking or whatever.
Oh, slippery prey.
So then they can just stand there and nuke the entire time and they don't have to move to hand it off. It'll just go on them and then it'll blow up on the tanks and they still don't have to move. So isn't that timeline the exact same as if they were standing here, then waiting for prey to come out, then moving to hand it off?
Isn't it? Okay, hold on. The timeline of the fight, right?
Yeah.
These drop, then flare comes down.
Yeah, and you're all here.
Beams, then it's swing.
Yeah, then it's beams, then it's swing, then it's prey.
Okay, so the issue that I see here, this goes back to that tight movement I was talking about. So since these gravities are here, there's actually zero space here. There's legit zero space here. This half of the boss is cut. So what that means is that if the boss isn't moved immediately before he casts his donut, we're all locked into this space with the donut. Well, we're locked into this space, which I guess is.
Because look, the only people that it would be a detriment to would be the tanks, because they get the. Well, yes, true north, yeah, but like tanks too, where it would be like they both want to be separate for the beam, right? So they're the only ones that need the space to move aside from positionals from people. But then it would just be like the beams would go off, healers would move out, stand, nuke forever.
Just remember, you gotta take them down fast. Take the strongholds and we cut off their escape route.
Because like no one else takes damage, right? So you throw out a regen whatever with both people or whatever, and then after beams you can move and nuke forever. And wouldn't that timeline of nukes be exactly the same? Because they're stopping themselves from nuking to walk over once prey shows up, right?
So that was what I was aiming toward. But okay, I think PB and side do end up losing. Okay, hold on. So as we currently are, there's nothing around. Donut comes out, so they literally don't have to move until.
Leave it to me.
They don't have to move until.
But this is just an earlier, so it's the exact same. Yeah.
It's just like earlier versus later movement, right?
Actually no, there is an extra movement.
What's that?
Because they have to move out of the way of beams.
Why would they have to do that when they're standing here already? For thing.
Are you saying tanks should move toward healers for them to pick up?
No. I mean that's an option too, but no, not in this circumstance, right? I'm saying, so you're already in and probably in the back for flare, right? Because the tanks are up here for tank like flare, right? So it doesn't really. Everyone's already close anyways. So there's no reason for them as healers to move from the back after that, right? And the damage you take, there's no bleed, there's no damage that goes out to anyone else after that point, right? So why not throw like a Medica 2 or whatever the other person has, and then after the beams, they just move and then just DPS for the rest of their life. Because they don't need to move, because if they're standing on their tanks or the prey stacks, it's going to immediately transfer.
Okay. there's one issue.
Mhm.
This is another nuance in our group.
Mhm.
I usually any I guess amendments to strategies or
Mhm.
anything else is usually considered
From a
incredibly
healer
greedy
perspective.
on my end.
Let us away.
Huh?
It's usually considered heavily greedy on my end, even if it benefits the group. And it takes a lot to convince people, especially Calvin. He's usually very against anything.
Let's allow.
I
It lets everyone be greedy though, and then the tanks. It doesn't change anything.
but it isn't seen as that. It's seen as me greeting for something extra, and then I guess because of something, I'm not allowed to greet. One second.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So the way I see it, this makes absolutely no sense to me because if you both, so if you go with what was going on, right, or what was the intended whatever strat is, so Mur has to backflip out or whatever. So Mur has to backflip out. He loses a GCD and uptime versus having to keep the GCD and uptime and having to use one true north at like a super whatever annoying spot, but he gets to keep his
Dude, I'm
GCDs.
telling you, vote anything you have about Mur off the island. Because that.
So okay, let's talk about you then. So you get all of your opener, and would you sacrifice
You must
all of that space just if you have to use True North to get your Kasha combo? That's it.
So that extra Kasha or Gecko,
Yeah.
I've already given up on that. The only issue is, mob movement where like it'll run through you and then your
Interrupts.
GCD won't go off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that ever happens,
Mhm.
I miss my opportunity to put Higan Ban up.
But doesn't
That's
it do
where I
that?
have issues.
But doesn't moving it up cause that issue?
If you're chasing a mob, it's a lot easier than if you're running head front.
Head front?
Sorry, if you're head to head running into it, like it's running toward you and you're running toward it, it's a lot easier to miss the GCD when you do that, as opposed to chasing.
I'm really confused.
So
What's the difference here?
because our collision. Okay,
No, not about the logistics of the hitbox and why it interrupts. I'm trying to figure out the positioning of why that changes anything. Because if it's here, you're likely dashing in and putting Higginbana up, right? And if it doesn't move and you already uptime on GCD, you're already putting Higginbana up regardless. But if they move it up after you drop it here, then you have to move upwards while it's potentially moving forward. And then you would lose an interrupt, wouldn't you not? Or risk an interrupt, yeah.
no, I wouldn't.
Huh?
Because okay, so the Higanbana thing is it's far too tight to if I miss the half GCD or whatever, it becomes far too tight to do Higanbana and I have to give up on it. Or I have to play
No, I'm ignoring the moving away part. I'm just saying, like, if you were to drop it close enough so that you were in melee range still, but had to chase it upwards to continue like doing your thing, because that's what you wanted, is it not?
the Higanbana would still cast, and since normal attacks aren't impeded by movement, I'd be able to chase properly and I wouldn't miss that. Look, okay, I guess if there's like expertise or some shit that I'm like good at hitting chase hits as opposed to head-on hits.
Where does the head-on come from in this instance? You're talking about it not
I'm
moving?
still talking about the opening for the head-on.
You know what I'm saying? Where does
No.
the head-on? Where do you get a head-on collision in this sense? Because if
Literally
it,
only at the start.
oh, you're talking about okay. Now I understand what you're saying.
Wait.
Because I thought you were
Oh.
talking about head-on like from this like perspective of like getting this part of your opener. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm just saying that like it's borderline impossible for me to miss this chase. So it's like Higanbana Gecko.
Watch and learn.
It'd be like borderline impossible for me to miss that.
Hmm. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
That's just like something I'm really good at doing.
This is kind of, I guess it's just a difference of the way I would do things if I was like leading it or whatever. I would say like, let's try 1 or 2 pulls where we drop and see how much room we have with gravity at max melee range, and then see what we could work out of that.
That's why I would want. Oh my god, yo, if Ara was a tank, he would have probably been main tank. I'd be
Yeah.
able to convince him to do this shit. But like, Koinu's kind of
Scared.
yellow, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, you mean green?
And Calvin is like,
Did you mean green or yellow?
Next time.
what's the term for
Green is new.
inexperienced?
Green. Yellow is scared.
Yeah, she's
Both.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Green. And Calvin is like, just like very against anything I'd want to do. Just in hearing one.
Alright. I think I understand now. Though the problem isn't really between you and Glit, it's between you two and everyone else.
Yeah, there's a lot of like
Always go with
different
one less
clashing
wrong on- there are still
that
some
creates
troubles
these
left.
situations.
So
It's hard to change certain
the situation is forced by the rest of the group, and then you both are in a position where you have to force your will to make things happen,
things. Essentially, yes.
and then
The-
you're
the
clashing
most-
because your wills clashed at this point.
The most flexible people are PB by far,
Yeah.
then Psy, and
Yeah.
then Callie is very flexible, but he takes a bit of time to adjust.
Okay.
And obviously like Glit's flexible too.
Yeah, but the problem is that she's currently playing a job that requires her to try to be inflexible, and
Yeah.
she wants to do that but can't.
Yeah.
Hmm.
With the Black Mage thing,
Yeah.
there's. Wait, let me show you what triple cast is real quick, okay?
Yeah. You're gonna have to stop attacking.
I need you to get out of combat.
You're the one who was fighting
No,
it.
I'm not in combat anymore. You're the one in combat from earlier. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you a normal fire rotation, and then I'll show you with triple cast, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna do 3 fire 4s. Right, so this is normal fire 4s. There's a cast time, huge cast time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna switch to ice. And we'll go back into fire. And now I'm gonna use triple cast. This is my movement restriction. Do you see how invaluable that is for positioning?
Yeah, I see that.
So the trade-off here is that it's I consider it in terms of like a movement skill, but most black mages will consider it a damage skill because
Can I stop you real quick? Can I
Yeah.
figure out what the difference? 'Cause I've noticed a huge difference in movement between keyboard and controller, where as a controller player, I can run straight back and have no problem whatsoever. As a keyboard player, you have to move your camera and then like move right. Like I think if you
Sure.
press,
yes,
if you what?
If you're WASD, can't you just press S? Or like if you're numpad?
No, because I think when you're on when you're on keyboard, if you press back, it does that slow back walk thing as if you're locked on. So like in the freedom we get for being able to like turn around and do shit, I don't think they get that. Because that's why a lot of those guides and stuff say that when you're dodging mechanics, dodge forward and not backwards, because keyboard's S. But I'm not really sure how truthful that is. Because I never, like when I watch her play, I never see her run directly back. Her camera movement is always move camera, then press a left, right, or forward. Or her movement, rather.
But she plays controller as well. I guess like certain jobs she plays controller, certain keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
Oh yeah, sorry. You were talking
Right.
about...
So triple cast, I see it as a movement ability.
And other people
But
see it as a pure just
a damage ability.
Yeah.
No, because the cast time of Fire 4 is. So my GCD is 2.4 flat. The cast time is 2.69.
Okay.
So you gain that 0.29 seconds with triple cast.
Alright.
Which, over the course of a long fight, is definitely like more damage.
Mm-hmm.
But I would still. Oh wait, if I know I have to move, I'm always gonna favor saving it for that. That's why, like, the crown of the Immaculate fight is the opening for Black Mage requires you to use Swift Cast and Triple Cast. So you have no movement whatsoever if you get picked by Sphere. So it's a very all-in type of strategy. Because if you get the Sphere,
That's right.
now you have to
Everyone's
move and dodge it
Alright.
without being able to cast it.
But if you don't, you lose out on an extra cast of it because of timer.
Yeah, essentially. That doesn't come into effect until far later in the...
Shit.
But it does in general, though.
Yes.
Come into effect.
Damn
It's
it!
like if you had a Madari at the beginning of the fight, and you could use it, or bank on the fact that you would have to move before you use it.
I didn't mean to kill him.
That's why there's like
my God.
2 levels of greed on Black Mage. I definitely don't support the whole triple caster damage thing. But I don't know.
This is what a real man looks
Ooh. This is what a real man looks like. Who left? This you?
That's the last of them. Thieves everywhere. At least we've restored.
So if it's just Flint and Callie drop
Professor, thank you for your help. We drove up. He could. I see what. If he was still. I said, Miklon, he was so. Would I be the. You're probably. I don't. And Vargas can tell about and episode and they're the whole. Anyway, and Professor. Or do you really? Again now?
I don't know when it happened, but we switched at some point. Because I know I used to be West at some point, but at some point.
Nana Bear.
I know Train Ninja was South.
You're not even ready.
I thought. I'm really getting. All right. Hey. Hey.
Think. Oh, yeah.
I guess I'm just.
Professor.
Thanks.
Let's do this.
This should be easy.
Whew.